Hello and welcome back to Ask Tina K. I've had an email in from a lady who is at her wit's end. She has been dating for the last 2 years a gentleman who has been a widower for 20 years. But her problem is this gentleman keeps talking about his dead wife. And she has asked him to stop, but, it just keeps coming up all the time, and she's at her wit's end. She wonders, is she wasting her time? Well, firstly, I feel very, very sorry for this man that 20 years after his wife's death, he is still mourning her and that he can't move on. I'm wondering, has he got any children? And if so, where are they? Has he dated other people over the 20 years? I'm taking it he has. I'm wondering how long those relationships lasted and why they broke up. Was it for the same reason? The problem is, if he continues like this, he's never, ever going to be able to sustain a good relationship. What he has to realize is that each relationship is different. He's never going to find his wife again. She is gone. Now, if it had been a divorce or a separation, I can understand why you would be worried in case this lady turned up again out of the blue, and if he was clearly pining for her as much as he is, that, he might get back together with her. But this is a one-way street. This lady is not coming back. She's dead. And, he has to come to terms with this. I know it's heartbreaking, but he is actually wasting his whole life, pining for something that absolutely cannot be. It's gone. So he is ruining his chances of happiness elsewhere, which is so, so sad. The other thing is, you keeping going with this, you're kind of, allowing him to do this. I know you have spoken to him and he just keeps bringing it up anyway. You are not a counsellor or a grief counsellor, and you are only here once as well. And I'm just wondering, are you actually wasting your time? I think this man should actually, what would be kind of him is, yes, by all means, date people. But if the spark isn't there after a couple of dates, he should let it go, because it's cruel to waste people's time. He's clearly, well, when I say wasted 2 years of your life, I'm sure you've had nice times together, and would you have been doing anything better than, dating this man? But to let it go on indefinitely when you're having to listen about somebody who's dead it's very depressing, and it's not getting you anywhere. So I would just point out to him that, maybe he needs some really good counselling, grief counselling, that this is something you're not qualified for, and that, for him to go and get it. And if he would still like to date you at a later stage, if you are still available, well, then you would be very happy to hear from him again. That's the best I can do for you, because, 2 years of listening to that, nah, it's going nowhere. He should be well over it by now. 20 years is a long time. I know, we all love people and then they go or they die or whatever, but you can't just cut your life dead because somebody else has gone out of your life. You have to keep living. And I'm sure his wife would hate to think that 20 years after she had died, he was still mourning her, because that gets you nowhere. It's lovely of him to have been so taken with her. And, the old story, better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. But in his particular case, I'm beginning to wonder. Anyway, I hope that's of some help to you. I think counselling's on the menu for that gentleman. It would do him the world of good. And in the meantime, I would be window shopping while he's doing that. And if you meet somebody nice who doesn't have that type of baggage, well, I'd go for that. And if not, well, hopefully if he gets sorted, he'll come back. Anyway, I hope that's been of some help to you, and I will be posting this on Instagram and Facebook. And any questions at all to asktinak@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time.